and there's another team putting together the same puzzle, and if the team that gets the least done each week gets to somehow punish the other team.
I fucking hate reality TV, man.
And then the team that gets punished every week, they get to vote to punish one member of their team that they think held them back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
All over a puzzle. God, it would be so good. They would just rip each other to pieces.
That's a great tagline. They'll rip each other to pieces.
Oh, yeah. It is.
And put each other back together again.
They're gonna have to put the pieces of their team back together if they're gonna have a shot.
At $1 million.
Yeah, at $1 million. Oh my god. God, you'd make one of them like a hot, blonde, dumb sorority girl, and one of them like a humorless, socially inept, like, professor with tenure who's, like, really unpleasant to be around, just by, like, any social standards. And by the end, they would be married or something. And for reasons that elude me, America would not be scandalized.
Fuck, these glasses are way harder than they should be, for some reason.
Just take a deep breath and, look for a different piece for a little while, you know?
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I am Ryan Kazmiski.
That's right, he is. And this is episode 32.
We didn't hug.
We didn't hug. Hug counter's still at 0.
The hug counter is shockingly still at 0.
You really wouldn't have thought it would still be at 0 after the end of last week. Where she almost died, we saved her life, and then we survived. We crawled into a random spaceship that appeared into the airlock. She held her arms out, and we were like, we don't have time for this.
Luckily, we drifted into a spaceship and survived.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of narratively, why can't they hug here? And there isn't a reason. There's not really a reason.
No, I think it would make this moment better and what comes next better, because now we've changed and we've, it's third act time. Like, we're deep in the third act.
I think what they did when they decided to do this was they compressed time, and they were like, the fury of gamers will echo across the ages. Like, forever. They'll
20
get to
years
this point.
from now, there will be people making podcasts about
seriously.
how much this is ridiculous. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, we're on the ship.
We're squalling Rinoa.
We were squalling Rinoa, party of 2. We gotta figure out what... Creaky door.
Not creaking anymore. It's closed now. Squalling Rinoa, you were saying?
Yeah, we gotta figure out what's going on this mysterious spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find out it's a pretty hostile environment.
Yep.
With a puzzle to end the hostility.
A puzzle of propagators. That's the name of that enemy.
That is the name of the enemy we're gonna encounter.
So let's do it. We didn't hug, and we're gonna enter the spaceship.
And also, just for fun, just keeping in, because, like, so far, we haven't tracked it that heavily, but this game is so heavily influenced by, like, what movies were popular at the time. Like, the training center is Jurassic Park.
Right.
There's, like, fucking
an Independence Day moment.
There's an Independence Day moment.
There is
Godzilla
a Godzilla
comes
moment.
out of the ocean, and this is just
this was the year that Roland Emmerich's Godzilla was coming out, and everybody was excited.
Was it actually the year?
Yeah, 98.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I mean, they would have been done with the game at that point, but yeah.
But still, and like, this is gonna be aliens. That's what this part is.
This part is that movie. So let's get to it.
What the? Oh, there's a fucking monster on this spaceship.
Oh, is there?
Yes, look at this thing.
Oh, yes, I see.
What is that? I don't know. So this monster is like black and purple and reflective and part bug and part human and definitely not a xenomorph. It's different than that.
Don't confuse it.
Change where the head and the tail are or something.
Yeah.
Remix the xenomorph.
You've got
Give
what
it a
this
Scorpion King body kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And remove the face hugger part.
Yeah, no face
The
hugger
later
thing.
element is what we're looking at.
Just a big alien. Well, now we can't hug. You could have before this. Gotta junction us. Doesn't look like a very friendly creature. Let's just try to sneak by it. Better be ready for anything. Let me double check my junction. Okay.
Better check my junction.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and reset your junctions there.
Okay. Burn the menu down.
All right. Oh man, it's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We should probably get through this part though. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should get through this part.
I'm just gonna leave things as they are. I could junction way more shit to both of them, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. So this ship, the Ragnarok, is very large.
Yeah, it's kind of got the vibe of... It almost feels like a hotel to me. Like, it has sort of like a big open atrium area with like a walkway above it that leads into like the... I don't know. There's a lot of hallways.
We find a doorway. The doorway is locked.
It's no use. It won't open. I guess we have no choice but to go down. This is some goofy music for this situation. Bleep, bloop, blop, boop, 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 beep, bop, bop, boop, beep, boop.
So you're trying to sneak around by one of these big alien things.
Yeah, it becomes apparent because it's a rare circumstance that you can see enemies out in the world that you're supposed to like try to avoid fights with these or something because like they see you and they chase after you. So I'm trying to get to a door before it catches me. Boop 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 beep beep bop boop boop beep bop 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 boop 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 bop bop bop. Oh god.
And then the alien sees you and comes after you.
It's fast. Well, my sneaking went predictably. You know how I sneak in video games.
I know how you sneak.
What you got? Kiraga?
That's good.
Stock.
Drawn some good magic.
Ouch. Okay.
He punches Rinoa. She's got like 100 hit points left. Whoa. Maybe you're gonna have to sneak.
I don't know. I might be able to kill it with just him up.
That was
Yeah,
great.
fuck you.
Dude, fuck you. Well done. So Rinoa was dead at the end of that, but no big deal because you beat the guy with Renzo.
Yeah, I think part of the situation is her junctions are very poor because we haven't been playing with her really. But Squall can handle it. I was hoping we'd get a card or something cool for that. So after you kill it, its body like collapses and stays there on the floor, and I walk into the door I was trying to get to, and on the other side there's immediately another monster. This one is green.
Yeah, the other one was purple.
Oh god, hold on a sec.
so many
Before we do
monsters.
this, see what's back here this way. We can go save again. That's where I came from. Oh my god.
Monsters everywhere. Yeah, you go back up the stairs and there's a red one there. Bunch of different colors of these things.
And they're in every room, pretty much. Jeff was in the bathroom. I was fighting one of these monsters, and Rinoa did something that I can't explain still, and still don't understand. What is she doing? What does this do?
Angel wings rose up out of her back, out of like, you know, she's got the angel wings on her shirt, on her back.
Yeah,
you know,
but
like
then
they
she
became
got real ones.
And she like rose up into the air, and then she fell on her ass.
And then things that I don't understand start happening because of this, I guess. What are you doing? She then casts sleep on her own.
On the bad guy,
It's like, I don't know, maybe that was a limit break she got that because she's a sorceress now and it does a random thing? I don't even know. Huh.
Well, I don't know what that was, but it happened.
And now, as Jeff gets back from the bathroom, I die fighting another monster.
No. Ass. I got cocky and I died.
I heard you call out no. That's really funny. That sucks. So what's the deal with this part? Are you just making your way around and
Making my
exploring?
way up to the bridge. It's not that big, but yeah, I made it basically all the way around, and then the last fight I got in, I got killed.
We think at this point that we just have to make it through all the monsters and get to the bridge, but it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got into an unfortunate situation where she got silenced and she couldn't use items. And Squall died.
That sucks.
So, but now she can use items. Oh, we have to watch this shit again? No. No, I hate this.
Wait.
We're back at the no hug cutscene.
Yeah, the last time we saved was before the no hug cutscene.
Really?
Yeah, well, I can just X through it. It's
I
not very long.
but it's like, it's this scene.
I know. I can't
this
believe
fucking bullshit.
I can't believe he doesn't hug her. I just can't believe it.
I can't believe it
We're
either.
supposed to keep being this asshole after this. I just can't.
Look at her. She puts her fucking arms out.
How
dude,
does she hug him
and you
later
stand
after
there,
he does this?
look
How
at-
does she? How
That's
does
what
she?
I'm saying. How does she like him at all?
Because she's 17, man. But after this,
Ugh.
dude, they're teenagers. You remember what it was like to be 17? It was insane.
It was crazy. I mean,
But like I said, I don't exactly like remembering that. It's not fun.
I definitely there were moments I remember where I should have hugged a girl and I didn't.
See, those moments never came up for me, but it was like constantly thinking about them and going, why? Why don't those moments come?
Well, there was one that I remember is what it is, and I was too scared.
Is this a story worth telling?
I mean, I really feel bad remembering it. Even now, which is just so ridiculous, because I was 15 years old, I was doing a study abroad thing in Spain. And one of the other girls who were a part of the program, we walked all afternoon through Granada, Spain, and then sat on this bench together. And there was this moment where clearly I was supposed to kiss her and I just chickened out. And then it's I still sometimes think about that. Later on that trip, I had my first kiss, which was, that did happen.
Right
but
on, bro.
I do...
Yeah, no,
it's oh my God, what an idiot. There's no
know
question
if
it was an appropriate situation to do that in, and I was just too scared to do it.
There was a time when I was 16 or 17 and a girl just straight up kissed me out of nowhere, and I said that was weird.
That was the first kiss.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Was it weird?
Well, yeah.
Because you were not expecting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was the one that happened later. It was a lot like that, where this girl basically took me by the hand into this other room and then kissed me, and I was like, oh, that's what was happening.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other moments where I should have hugged, but I didn't, or something.
Well, there was another time, too, in 8th grade, where there was a girl who was ostensibly my girlfriend for a minute, and we were
hugged her?
it was a
You
situation
were
where
hugging is inappropriate.
No, it was
We could die.
It was a kiss. And it was something where I now remember all the other kids in the class basically got us off into some secluded area in the woods so that we could be together. And
How old were you?
I was in 8th grade at the time. Yeah. And I remember that she was we can just hug and it's okay. And I was okay. Too scared. We must have stood there looking at each other in silence for a minute at least, right?
And this is yeah.
Anyway, I feel bad remembering these things.
Yeah.
And that's what this game is giving me.
Yeah. See, that's even more upsetting. Squall isn't even too scared. He's just an asshole.
I remember one time, too, I was at this, Rotary summer camp that I didn't want to go to. I have no idea why I was there. It was very selective. Somehow I went to it. Anyway.
Okay.
And I really hated it, and I didn't want to be there, and all the counselors knew that, and for some reason they had one of the older girl counselors take me aside to try to get me to be in a better mood. And she's like, you're just so angry all the time. And then she looked at me, she's like, and you have the most beautiful brown eyes. But I was just too pissed off to hug her.
Man, that's hilarious. Well,
so thanks, video game.
yeah, thank you very much,
Trip
game.
down memory lane.
Let's kill these aliens.
I read there's something about these guys where if you kill two of them of the same color in a row, those two will stay dead.
Oh, really? I was wondering why one of them came back.
Well, I guess I must have read about what the puzzle is, because that's basically it. There's colors. You got to kill the two of the same color in a row. They'll be in a certain proximity to one another, and they'll stay dead.
Yeah, the reason there's this sort of sneaking mechanic is you don't want to get in the wrong fight. You got to kill them in the right order to keep them all dead.
Oh, so there's a puzzle element to the order to kill the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Am I partially healing him?
No, I think you're taking Or are you partially healing him? I don't know. You kicked his ass.
Let me see something. Drain, yeah, I'm taking life.
You're
from
taking
cool.
life.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you were hitting him, not only were you doing 1,000 damage, but you were taking 300 health.
God, I would love a game that like has a kick-ass story and an expansive world, and the junction system is cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get to go in this hallway, which is where I tried to come last time.
At least these are short fights. There's save right here.
Yeah. Like that opens, you can walk back out onto here. Immediately get attacked by this red guy.
So we make it to like a control room of sorts, and this control room is gonna give us the hint about the puzzle.
A report on monsters breeding on the ship. We eliminated all the monsters on the ship, but we leave this report in case they
Oh,
breed
maybe we
again.
do have to kill them all.
The monsters are 3 to 6 meters tall, extremely hostile and savage. They are ferocious carnivores. Have attacked and devoured numerous crew members. There are 8 independent monsters, but they are also one entity. The monsters can be killed through regular combat, but it must be done systematically.
Okay.
For example, if you kill one monster in a certain place and kill another one in a different place, the first monster you killed may be revived by another monster. The 8 monsters work together to maintain their colony. They seem immortal, but they are not. Killing them in a certain order prevents them from reviving one another. Here's a more clear example. Let's name the 8 monsters with the letters A to H. Let's say Monster B can revive Monster A, and Monster D can revive Monster C, and so on.
2 buses leave from Philadelphia, and one of them has a fox and a cabbage, but the other one...
Is a scorpion.
Yeah.
Kill Monster
My favorite
B.
kind of homework.
Right after you kill Monster A will never be able to revive. I know what an order means, you idiot.
Have similar features that, okay, so all the same colors. So basically you have to kill them in pairs that have the same colors, right? Thanks for figuring that out, Rinoa.
So we leave that control room and enter Monsterland again.
Cockpit act, okay, we gotta kill everything before we can go to the cockpit.
Yeah. I saw you could connect 2 reds.
How?
I can't remember where they are now.
Oh, I know.
So now that we know we have to kill both reds at once and then move to green or purple or whatever, we're trying to figure out where they're laid out so we can do the rooms in the right order.
There's this one.
This is cool. You gotta like clear out the whole place before you can go into the cockpit and.
Well, I
take
thought
control.
Laguna had saved us, but I guess we just got lucky and found a spaceship.
I mean, I love that that's the moment where you understand an element of the story is like, we've now done enough of this fighting to be like, I don't think what I thought was happening is happening.
After we found that crew log that was like, if you're unfortunate enough to find this ship, it's full of monsters. Like, I was like, oh. Like, why not? Like, they've been teasing the Laguna reveal, and then now it's just dropped.
It would be really cool to me if there was like one guy still surviving in the cockpit.
Yeah, we were just talking like how sick would it be if for some reason Kiros had been surviving in this cockpit for years.
And he's been alone and he's crazy and bearded
and he
now.
saw you in space and was like, I saw you and flew over to save you, you know?
And then, oh my god.
Yeah, and you'd be like, oh my god, Kiros.
But no, I guess what happened to the crew here is these aliens showed up and they all got killed.
And we just
eaten.
happened to run into it.
But luckily, before they died and were killed by all the aliens, they explained how the colony of aliens works.
Yeah, and they wrote down the
solution.
problem.
Kill that one.
Is this the Esthar ship that floated into view?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, it seems like it's an abandoned ship full of aliens. You know, there's nobody on here.
Is there a red one through that door down there?
Yes, the main one. So if I let him walk all the way back to the...
Yeah, you should be able to run by him.
You gotta get past a purple one through a big doorway in order to get the next red one.
Yeah, he's on a pretty clear walking path. Go.
Shit. Go.
And you made it.
I did.
Oh, yes. Come here, red boy.
Defeating this red guy will make both of the reds dead forever.
And once you get rid of your first pair, it gets a lot easier because you can move around a little bit.
Yeah, this will be easy. There's a purple one to my left I'll kill, and then I'll go back and kill that purple one. And then there's the green one in that other hallway, and then I'll kill the green one on the elevator. Yeah, counterattack and drain. Good combination. Badass.
Yeah. Real good stuff. Sweet. And then the green ones?
Yeah. This one's still dead.
Huh.
Let's see. Green one.
We are blowing through this. The green ones are dead, the purple ones are dead, the red ones are dead.
Gold one is back.
And then you kill the second to last one, which is a gold one.
So yeah, like that one's
Can you
dead.
now go up?
Back here is where the hug didn't happen. Oh,
There's your
monster
other gold
here.
one. Perfect.
I think this is the final monster.
Back here where the hug didn't happen.
I can't fucking believe it. Is Squall gonna pretend that he's not in love with Rinoa? That's ridiculous.
Fucking dick.
It's just crazy. Yeah, the whiplash of this game.
Nice. Wow.
Wow.
So we finally make it to the cockpit,
Rinoa runs in like, look at this place, it's cool.
and Squall, being very practical, is like, I'm gonna fly this? What?
I don't know how to fly a spaceship.
I have to fly this thing.
You mean you get to...
Yeah, change your attitude, boyo.
Squall, it's trying to talk. What is the...
Computer
Spaceship?
volume.
There's huge windows behind them, and slowly rising is like they're clearly spinning in orbit around the moon, and you see the moon rise up, and it looks really fucking cool. And the radio crackles alive.
This is Esthar Air Station. It's Ragnarok, do you read? Ragnarok, do you read?
Yeah, by another amazing coincidence, they're hailing the Ragnarok for the first time in 17 years?
Yeah, they're like, oh, radio waves are back. We should see
Yeah,
if that
let's-
ship we lost
let's see if it's
forever
out there.
ago exists, and maybe somebody's on it?
Yeah, just to be clear, like, Adel being broken out of her prison has made it so that radio can happen again. So get ready, the British invasion is coming. I mean, all this would be solved if they just put a fucking guy in here who was like, oh my god, I've been trapped here for 17 years. Let's try to see if the radio works. Wow, it does.
A radio signal.
This is Air Station, do you copy?
Radio signals are allowed again.
Can we... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
She just
Fucking
hugged
hug.
us.
Rinoa runs up behind Squall and embraces him.
She hugs him, but he doesn't hug her.
From behind.
The ship is the Ragnarok. Whoa, is this really the Ragnarok? Here in space, right? Yeah, but I have no idea where we are. Roger that.
We can track you from here.
We can go home?
Ragnarok, it's been 17 years.
Yeah, we just got lucky and found a spaceship that's been adrift.
Wow.
This is like an alien situation.
That is
like
some
we found
fate-ass fate shit.
Yeah. How badass would it be if Laguna saved us? Why couldn't that happen?
I wish it had. We just found this.
Yep. Can we make it back? Leave it to us. You should have enough fuel. Enter your location into the atmospheric reentry program and you'll be okay. Once you enter the atmosphere, we can guide you down. You'll be just fine. How do I enter the data? No sweat.
sweat.
We'll take this step by step.
Are you in the pilot seat?
There's too many seats here.
It's the one on the right. Go sit there.
You're such a wet, just rag, Squall. It's been sitting out in a cold place for days.
Okay, I'm here.
Smell like shit.
See the touch panel in front of you?
I don't need to know how it works.
Squall's sitting in the cockpit,
Like he's gonna be
getting
like,
walked.
he's
It's
gonna
like,
be
here's how you
"Okay, now
land the
you're
Air
gonna-
Force One.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like move this to the left and this to the right.
I was gonna maybe say an Apollo 13 quote. You know how it is.
Well, I can't help you think of one. I don't know any.
I'm trying to remember the exact wording that he used, but it doesn't matter.
Just
rest is easy.
enter
Just
the data.
go ahead.
Let's get home.
Wait, would G.
Take us to disc 4.
Entered. Then 2872 HDIEU. Entered. No errors? It's fine. Next, I'm sure you're okay, but there's something I need you to do. I need you to hug Rinoa. And turn off the gravity generator.
Give those oxygen tanks a stir. I got it. I got my Apollo 13 reference in.
Oh, they have to stir them?
Yeah, well, because the
I'm
oxygen
sure
in
it's
space,
automated. They don't get a stick.
they hit a button and it like stirs up the oxygen tank. Because they're in 0G, the oxygen doesn't necessarily like stay uniform, and in order for the gauge to read accurately how much oxygen is in it, they have these things to like, they're like fans in there to stir it up.
Keeps the oxygen from
And
clumping up.
There was basically like a short in one of the wires in the oxygen tank, and when that ignited, when they went to stir it in, as a routine thing, it exploded.
Right.
And then, they weren't gonna lose a man on Gene Kranz's watch.
Lumpy gas. in lumpy space.
Yep. Anyway, I got my Apollo 13 reference in. It was going to be a different one earlier, but at least I got one.
This should save some fuel. Use the same touch panel to turn it off.
Alright, this must be it.
Is
Hey,
it hug
Rinoa, you
time?
might want to sit down. Congratulations, you're home free, Ragnarok. They're not like, holy shit, who's on there?
We're gonna be... No, they're not. From all of us at Ground Control, we wish you Godspeed.
Thanks.
Well, now that, like, we're gonna turn the gravity off, maybe we can float to each other and hug.
No, he's gonna have her sit first.
Fuck. Hey!
And now that the data has been entered, it is time for romance.
The music that they start pumping into this room, we might realize it late on in the scene, but this is the song. I don't know how you're supposed to know this or how we picked up on it, but this song is Eyes on Me, the hit song Rinoa's mom, who we've only met
Julia.
once. Yeah, Julia, when Laguna met her that one time.
Yeah, back in the
at the piano bar.
Delling Hotel.
She wrote this song and it was a big hit.
Now it's playing.
Now it's playing. Rinoa's floating in the air because the gravity's off. Are we gonna get our hug? I mean, her mom's song is playing.
No, he's gonna have her sit first.
Fuck. She's floating.
Wait, here we go. Are they gonna hug?
Come on.
They're gonna hug.
Yes! Float to each other and hug! Oh, he grabbed her!
That's kind of hugging.
Squall like dives at her and then like picks her body up like he's gonna like carry her over
They,
the
like-
threshold style.
They like wrestle in the air, but they don't hug. This is not a hug.
Okay.
It's not really hugging.
And he's putting her in the seat, isn't he?
Listen to hold on.
He's back in the seat.
Listen to this song.
Go sit over there.
He wasn't even going to embrace her. He was literally grabbing her body and shoving her into a seat, and then he goes back to his seat.
But then she's like, nah, and she floats down into his lap and
Like-
sits lightly in his lap.
Like a baby Yoda, she just can't be stopped from doing what she wants.
Oh my
Oh, she's sitting on his
god.
lap.
Okay, this is acceptable.
We'll be home soon.
Hopefully. Now go sit down.
He really wants her to sit down.
Just a little longer. Squall, don't pretend like this is not all you've been thinking about for the whole game.
Why are you holding on to me like this?
Oh, God.
So this is where the romance should be.
You don't like this, Squall?
She's not used to it.
How about when you were little? Didn't you feel safe and secure being held by your parents? Think of me as your mommy.
I can't remember anything about my parents.
He can't remember anything.
Yeah, don't you remember watching everybody not remember shit on that basketball court? And you were like, oh my god.
But Alone was there for me. Alone was there to hold my hand.
Wow. Made you feel safe and secure.
Sure. But she left. She disappeared. I'm afraid. Afraid of having that feeling of comfort taken away.
You were afraid of losing us? Is that why you kept your distance?
Yeah, dude, this song. I was always alone.
Squall. You missed out on all the good things in life. You've missed out on so much.
Maybe.
Definitely. I like it like this. I like having my mom hold me. My dad too, back when we got along.
I'm not your mom.
You can call me daddy though. No, of course not. But now, Squall, you're the one who gives me the most comfort. Comfort and happiness.
But isn't it crazy? She's hearing her mom's voice right now.
It's pretty weird.
should
As soon
find
as
the
you start to
comfort.
think about it, wouldn't she be like, turn this song on? Like,
And annoyance and disappointment too. Yeah, that's for
A lot
fucking
of
sure.
that. Whatever. Jinx, you owe me a cut.
Yeah, they said whatever in unison because she knows him so well.
what's so hilarious about this is that she's just like, it's almost like that Seinfeld where George is breaking up with that girl and she's like, no, we're not. Like, Squall's sitting here being like, we're not being romantic. And she's like, yes, we are, bitch. And there's nothing you can do about it.
when they first met, from Go, she walked up to him in the middle of a ballroom and was like, you're handsome.
I've chosen you.
You should get back to your seat now. Nah, this is fine.
Just a little longer.
Dude, just do it like this.
Just to reiterate, she's like sitting on his lap with her arms around his neck with like her legs kind of up on the side. And he's like, when can this be over?
I gotta give it to her though. She's like really in this moment, like, I'm just gonna get what I want.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna get what I want, and it's gonna be however it is, and then we'll see.
You'll be safer in your seat.
We're gonna make it home, right?
What if she
dies?
She dies because she's not sitting in her seat and it's like a normal landing.
We can only hope. When we get back, we won't be able to stay together, huh? Why not?
Maybe. No one can predict the future. There are no guarantees. Except that person who knows the future because they're from the future.
Your words, Rinoa. That's not what I meant.
We'll figure out what to do once we get back.
I mean, it's not like these seats have seat belts.
So she goes back and sits in her own seat.
Yep.
They're sitting next to each other.
She's also sitting on some private information that she's gonna be sharing soon.
Oh, be angry at me.
Angry?
This is Air Station, Ragnarok. Please respond.
This is Ragnarok.
We have some questions for you. We're collecting escape pods. What? We have a good idea of what happened.
Yeah, Rinoa was like, I'm sorry, don't be angry, Squall. He's like, about what? And then the people on the radio were like, we know about what happened.
Yeah.
I hear no one from Lunar Base is on the Ragnarok. How many of you are there?
Just two.
Your names?
Squall, I'm a seed from Balam Garden. And the other? Rinoa.
Rinoa, the sorceress? She's on the ship?
So it's true, Rinoa is a sorceress. I've become a sorceress. I can't stay with you anymore, Squall. What?
She said, don't be angry.
Yeah, don't get mad, Squall, but I've become a sorceress.
Respond, Ragnarok!
I didn't want the future. I want the present to stand still. Rinoa.
Respond, Ragnarok!
Nobody would want to be around me anymore. It's a real Sid and a Dia situation happening.
The sorceress will be seized upon arrival.
I'm scared.
This music.
Rinoa is like sitting in the seat next to him, and she's curled up and kind of holding her knees, and Squall just stares straight forward, just like, this is a lot. Like, what?
Yeah, because, like, the guy's coming over the radio, like, can she hear us right now? Like, what is the deal? Cough if she can't hear us right now. Like, I don't know.
Squall, are you going to defend your woman or what?
Squall, you copy. This is the sorceress listening?
I'm scared, Squall. I don't want to go back.
Squall gets up out of his seat and goes and kneels down next to Rinoa.
He kind of like puts his arms up on her and lies on her lap. Yeah.
She puts her head in his chest and he hugs her close. But they're still kind of not hugging.
It's not a hug. He's like comforting her. This is not the hug we saw. I'm not counting it.
Well, we're hugging her. We're holding her. Some fashion. Man, remember when she died in space?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And now she's a sorceress, and they're gonna take her into custody. I don't know what to do.
So now we get hit with text on a black screen and the evil music.
This is just another crossroad in my life, but for the first time, I don't know which way to go.
For the first time?
Well, because he's always been like, I just follow orders.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
come this far because I've fallen for you. I know, now, am I just supposed to let you go? No, fuck that, man.
And we land like somewhere on the Esthar continent outside of town.
And some Esthar officials are here waiting for us.
Sorceress Rinoa.
Hein's descendant. Have we ever heard of Hein?
We might have heard of like maybe once in
When?
like an optional piece of dialogue from some NPC or something.
I don't remember it.
We know this because of shit that we read later, but calling a sorceress Hein's descendant is a sign of great respect.
Fuck them for including this phrase in the game at all. This is like tied to all of the Sentra shit they never even got to touching on.
Yeah.
And to put it here like this is like spitting in our faces. They should have just cut it.
Come with us. We must seal your power for the sake of the world. Gonna put her in one of those prisons.
Fuck that noise. Alright. This game is just emotionally manipulative is what it is.
Thank you for understanding. Tell us when you're ready.
I should tell you this before I go. I was possessed out in space. There was a sorceress inside me.
Okay.
Ultimacia, a sorceress from the future. She's trying to achieve time compression.
Uh-huh.
But again, trust me, she's not inside me now.
Yeah, just back then, at that time.
She's the only one who would be able to exist in such a world. She and no other.
Yeah, you should tell me this.
As long as I'm free, she'll continue to use me to accomplish her goal. We can't let that happen, right? I should go now.
Oh, God.
I'm ready.
Alright. We'll be heading to the Sorceress Memorial.
Rinoa, don't go.
So Rinoa's like, I'll go with you people.
Yeah, and Squall, to his credit, tells her not to, but she's like, this is the right thing to do, and he respects her decision.
Thanks, Squall, but I have to go. Rinoa,
I still have your ring. The ring.
you keep it.
Oh.
You sure?
You have two, though.
Yeah.
You have two of them, though. Yeah. Give me one.
Yeah, it's like a locket that only has one thing in it.
The whole
you know.
goddamn point was so they could both wear the same ring.
Can you imagine if you got married to somebody and then one of the parties wore both rings?
I don't know how
and
we're
then-
supposed to take this except for this is Squall. Inside, he's going, I'm really glad this whole situation with Renault is about to be over. You know?
Yeah.
He's letting her down easy. She's like, you want one of the rings? He's like, no,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
like,
That's
you
fine.
keep
have
it.
both
You
of
as
them."
a remember.
I think that'll be
remembrance.
the most emotional if you have both of them, and I never look at it again.
Good God.
This is what Rinoa decided. There's nothing I can do about it, right?
I can run in a circle. Whoa.
Okay.
So we find ourselves on a world map in the middle of nowhere in a giant plains next to the Ragnarok, and Rinoa is gone.
Look at that dragon.
Here we are. I guess I'll just get onto my lonesome spaceship and become a space cowboy.
Yeah.
We'll pick up a couple of,
We'll
lost souls. We'll do the Cowboy Bebop thing.
be like Firefly.
Come on, go up to the fucking bridge. Let's fly, dude. Let me find a save point.
I guess that's outside on the world map.
There was one. There's been two in here before.
That's true.
So I quickly save.
Oh, we're still on disc 3, man.
Holy shit.
Can I really not fly this thing over to Balam Garden? Or something?
Go back and try the cockpit again. Can't believe we're
Level
only
6,
making
$4,000 gold. What a fucking joke.
Sid just demoted us.
God,
After all of that,
it's ridiculous.
We just fucking did some crazy shit. Sid is docking our pay? Wait,
What is this?
I don't know.
so we're in like what is kind of like a big briefing room with 8 space chairs.
There's like no use for this room in the game.
Well, we're confused as to how it looks because I believe this is the same room where the console told us how to kill the monsters. So we're seeing it from the opposite angle. So the background looks completely different to us, but I believe it's the same room.
It is.
This is the cockpit. Or is this just
This is that room that it's a different angle of the room with the first gold alien in it. I'm just gonna sit down and have a long think.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, hey,
What's
everyone's
this?
here.
Okay, good.
I'm home. We've never been here.
Squall sits down on his own to be like, what am I gonna do? But then Quistis appears.
How'd you get here?
And she's like, everyone's all jolly and happy again, as they always are. For some reason, it's psychotic.
Well, a lot of things have happened.
I was unconscious for a while after the escape pad touched down. When I came to, it was just me and Piet. Piet? Oh, the guy who escaped with us. What happened to Alone? Alone wasn't with us anymore. Not only that, there were signs of a struggle. I hope she's safe.
So the escape pod with Quistis and Piet and Alone crashed. And I guess Galbadia captured Alone while Piet and Quistis were unconscious.
Yeah, and then they both
but they
woke
just
up.
left Quistis and Piet there?
Yeah, they did.
Like,
That doesn't really make sense.
Well, then Quistis woke up and Esthar's soldiers came and got her and brought her here, I guess.
Our whole crew is like public enemies, you know?
Esthar rescue crew brought me here. The rescue crew told us about this ship and that you were all safe. I see.
Well, when you jumped out into space, you didn't think about anything else, did you?
That's right.
I wonder if there's anyone who'd do the same thing for me.
Doesn't seem like it.
Sorry, Quistis. Oh well. So, where's the princess that changed the ever-cautious Squall?
Rinoa is. Oh, are we gonna have to talk to everybody? I don't want to talk to everybody.
Welcome everybody onto the ship.
Oh, they're all gonna say stuff. Please keep it quick, guys.
Sup, Squall? So glad we're safe. Hate to tell you this now, but we've got major problems down here. Well, here it goes. Some big thing called Lunatic Pandora came out of nowhere. Matron couldn't achieve what she set out to do because of it, which is okay. Matron's not a sorceress anymore.
What?
Matron gave away her power to someone without realizing it.
Oh, Rinoa became.
Rinoa.
She wasn't secretly a sorceress the whole time.
She became a sorceress.
One.
Right, yeah. But I don't know where she came from.
I have a headache. She's Hein's descendant. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. And, oh yeah, the Galbadian army military is controlling Lunatic Pandora. They excavated it from the ocean where Esthar sank it years ago. Inside the Lunatic Pandora, there's a thing called the Crystal Pillar. It calls monsters from the moon.
Oh my god.
Then monsters came falling from the moon. Total panic down here. It wasn't just the monsters that came falling down. Sorceress Adel came down along with the machine that could find her. I guess the stream of falling monsters engulfed the machine. The Lunatic Pandora caught Adel from that stream.
It's like listening to a 5-year-old tell you a story.
And then Dr. Odian thinks that they may have been Galbadia's true intent, meaning...
Zell, that's enough for now.
But Squall!
I know we've got problems, but I can't think right now.
Squall is reasonably overwhelmed.
What's wrong?
Rinoa is a sorceress now. She received Matron's powers. An escort from Esthar came to pick Rinoa up. Rinoa's an Esthar now.
We have to get her.
Yeah, no shit.
Was she taken by force?
No, it was Rinoa's decision. She was scared about being a sorceress. Scared of being feared, hated, scared that no one would want to be around her. She said she couldn't handle that.
It's not at all what she said. In the previous scene, we all just talked about how Ultimisia took her over and she was like, we can't let that happen. I have to do this.
Yeah, you mean the motivation, right? Because it's
Yeah,
like,
she's like, oh, she said she couldn't handle being a sorceress because she was scared everyone would hate her. They didn't even say that at all.
No, she didn't.
Didn't you try to stop her, Squall?
It was Rinoa's decision. What right do I have to object?
He did try to stop her.
Yeah, he said don't go.
Yeah, I honestly think that, like, this scene and the last one, the two writing teams must have been different. Like, we're hitting a different sequence now.
Yeah.
That last sequence is over. This one started, and, like, they weren't together on what happened in that last scene.
Oh, stop that. What are you talking about? Why did you go all the way out to space to save Rinoa?
Dude, everyone's mad about, like, everyone else is banging the table, hand on the table too. Like, what are you doing? This is a love story, god damn it. The theme is love. What is wrong with you?
You're a fool.
Seriously. A fool, huh? What am I doing? I may never get to hear Rinoa's voice ever again!
Oh, God.
What the hell am I doing?
Get on the fucking
What
stick
can I
of
do?
this airship and let us
Of
fly.
course.
Have you decided?
Heading to Esthar, right? Pandora, whatever, and Sorceress Adel are out of my hands. I don't even know where to look for Sis. The only thing I know is Rinoa. The only thing I want to do for sure now is for Rinoa. We're gonna get Rinoa back.
At least he's got a clear motivation.
Yeah, but it's just like the scene before this was like...
Precede. Yeah, like...
I don't know. It's not even worth... Never mind. It's just like how this game always does it, where it's like the last scene is so inconsequential. It's like, it only happened so that we could have something to do now, and we're going to immediately go do it, and then it'll be undone. Like, it just... Like, what is this sequence?
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
And then very suddenly, the Ragnarok takes off. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Excuse me, we're flying?
I hope this ain't the case, but I can picture Selfie in the pilot seat and...
Selfie screaming, woohoo, we're flying!
Yeah, Selfie should have been the main character.
And standing next to her, a very excited Irvine.
Yeah, everybody just senses that Selfie and Irvine are up in the cockpit, probably excited to fly, so we head up there.
Yes.
Well, we could save the world, or we could get my girlfriend back.
Yeah.
Woohoo, we're flying!
Selfie's just amazing.
You sure you can fly this?
Wait, they just sensed what was going on upstairs.
They were like, I think I know what's going on.
It just kind of took off. I don't know, it's pretty easy. I think it'll be fine. But there's no guarantee it won't crash. No one can predict the future, right?
That's such a funny reaction to me, to like, we could crash, nobody necessarily knows how to fly this thing. It's like, no one knows the future.
Yeah,
It's
what
like,
are you so worried about, man?
Selfie, head for Esthar. She's probably at the Sorceress Memorial. We're gonna rescue Rinoa.
So we're finally given control of the Ragnarok.
It has some sweet new upbeat airship music.
Oh, we've got a spaceship. Fucking airship. Look at this. We got a big dragon ship. Now we can go to Cactar Island.
We sure can.
I think we should save and end for the night.
Yeah, I agree. It's very late and I'm tired, but whoa.
Whoa! Hello.
Shit. That's awesome.
Look at that.
And in grand Final Fantasy tradition, since like what, 6? There's now like a bad guy tower on the map, and it's one of the cooler ones. Big monolith, that stupid crystal thing Zell told us about is all lit up in the middle of it.
It almost looks like a computer readout of like a nuclear reactor's design. Like it's got all these lines going through the center of it.
If you imagine also like a test tube that holds a Genova thing,
Yeah.
it's sort of like that in the middle, like a
But it's
diagram.
3
of
miles
that.
high
Anyway,
and
whatever.
1.5
it's-
miles wide.
Yeah, it's big.
That's really cool. Damn.
Wow, still disc 3.
Game.
Make sure I save. I'm so tired. Well, that was a pretty epic day.
That was nuts.
They hugged.
Kinda. Good night, everybody.
And that's episode 32. We've achieved Ragnarok. Big
man.
moment for Final Fantasy games is always when you get the airship.
God, what a messy bitch of a moment. Like, good lord. I mean, that romantic song is playing,
Yeah.
and, like, it's all happening, but Squall is like, take your seat, ma'am. Like, oh my god.
She's sitting on his lap like, just a couple more minutes of us
I'm-
looking at each other, and he's like, get out of my face.
I'm shocked by, like, how they're not even indulging, like, if I were here for the, like, Twilight-esque, I love you with all of my heart kind of shit, like, this was the moment for it. Like, the fucking song.
Well, maybe it's a whole, like, you
whatever.
can't get them together. You can't, when there's a will they, won't they.
I don't
There
think
must,
so, man.
the question must remain.
I
Like,
think it's,
don't
well,
know.
because what follows it directly, it's so, I think right here, like what I said earlier, there was a split in who was handling each segment, because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, well, the right thing to do is for me to go, so I'm gonna go, and then the next scene, it's almost like they were going off of an outline that read like, so Rinoa goes, even though Squall doesn't want her to, and they didn't know exactly how that went down, and then
Yeah.
they wrote something that follows
In the
a-
next scene, they give the motivation that they're like, they probably would have put this in,
Yeah,
in the previous
exactly.
scene, right?
Yeah, or they're like, yeah, I mean, it's just like they don't even match up. So
We've
that's
got an
like,
airship, and we're free, and it's now gonna be Side Quest City from here on out.
that whole space sequence was supposed to be like the romantic climax of the whole fucking
Absolutely.
thing.
I mean, she dies in space,
Yeah.
and then you save
Oh,
her.
I also wanted to ask you, because I'm sure this is a theory out there. Did she survive that because she had been possessed the whole she's a sorceress now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
her-
what was the button? I want to look this up. What was the button that she pressed?
I don't even know
Even
how
though that
you're
wasn't
gonna
in
look
this fucking
up.
episode.
There's no way any. you're
That
gonna
was in last
find-
week's episode too. You know, like
Yeah.
that Rinoa spacesuit button FF8. there's a forum where somebody's like, did Rinoa open her helmet in space? I'm pretty sure when she wakes up while she's drifting along in space, you see an FMV sequence of her pressing a button on her suit and her helmet opens at the top. What the fuck? Also, while she's floating, some picture or paper thing comes out of her. I noticed this, and also what the fuck? It looks like some picture just floats from her. Where did it come from? Somebody says her helmet never opened at the top. She pressed a button for an emergency air supply or something, and those were rings you're talking about, not a picture.
Yeah, that's all you can figure is that
she was wearing it as a necklace, remember?
It's some kind of emergency air supply that's unexplained. I don't mean that. I just mean like them finding the Ragnarok. Could even be that she's a sorceress now. I don't. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
We now have an airship.
Mm-hmm. And also, I want to just dig in here a little bit too. So she's been a sorceress since she was in the coma.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to believe
that
Adia just didn't realize
that she wasn't a
she
sorceress
had passed
anymore.
her powers on. Like, we even pointed out, we were like, Adia doesn't need her own motivation for coming with us to Esthar, but they went out of their way to write all this dialogue where she's like, I have to have Odin suppress my sorceress powers.
Well, because she was saying that she didn't have sorceress powers anymore, and she was saying that she could get them back at any time.
No, that's not what she was saying. She was saying, I'm not controlled by Ultimisia.
Right.
She could control me at any time because I'm still a
damn
sorceress. No,
Yeah,
that's not
you're
what
right.
happened. She was like, I need to go talk to Odin to be not a sorceress, but she
Right.
wasn't a sorceress anymore and just didn't realize it. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to talk to her soon, and she's going to be like, I didn't realize that I had done it. It was an accident. Sorry. I really don't know when we finish this season, I have no idea how I'm gonna judge this game.
It's so funny to me that like we finished playing it and I was like, we enjoyed playing that game, and now going over it in detail, I'm like, fuck the hell out of this game. I love doing this.
It's like insulting to ask someone to play this. It's so unfinished. It's absolutely insane. But also it's important to play it as a Final Fantasy historian because we know this is the beginning of a trend. Because we've played 15, and that one is even crappier than this, which is nuts. I can't think of another company that can release a game in this state and not get just dragged across the coals.
I think if they had released like this kind of a,
dude, this shit is
15
incompetent. Dude, we played
Vanilla 15 was.
We got to the end and we were like, who is this guy? Like, we literally have not talked about what's happening once in this game. Whatever, we'll get there eventually.
Someday.
Fucking Jesus. Anyway, I really
It's a pastime of this show to hate on 15 at random moments.
Well, we platinumed it.
Yep.
And I'm mad about it still.
Yeah. Remember that part when Gladiolus fell off a train or something and then he showed back up? Yeah.
Gladius.
Wait.
Isn't a gladiolus like an organ?
Oh, that's a flower. His name is Gladiolus, and his alternate names are Gladio and Glady.
Oh.
This is official.
I thought it was Gladius.
Nope.
Whatever.
But yeah, I was saying he falls out of the story and then
Look
shows
at us.
back up.
We're fucking determining our social order by who. These games are sick, man, and they're making us sick.
They are.
All right.
Yeah. Join us next week for fun times
crazier.
ahead. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go on some awesome side quests.
Yeah,
that are just
we're gonna
mind-bending.
just get sidetracked on sidetracks. There's a lot to do. There's going to be a list of shit to do. We're going to do it. The day has ended. We're going to start a new day next week. Day 7 of our playthrough of FF8 will start next week.
Yep.
That's about it. Oh, before we go, do you want to check in and see if there's any messages for us on the old console today?
Yeah. Let me just put on my Google glasses here.
Oh, the old prism.
And
turn yourself into a glass hole.
Let it
Remember
read
how
my eye.
That was what people were saying. People who had them out in the world. Yes, let it read our eyes. And we're in. There's a message. I'm clicking it. The message reads, This is from a fan, not from Jeff or Ryan. Please, anyone who isn't a Patreon supporter, please go visit Patreon and start supporting these guys there. It's $1 to $5 to whatever amount you want per month. Comes out automatically and you hardly notice it. Let's get these guys some real motherfucking money. Come on. Also, if you are already a Patreon supporter, then add to your monthly donation a bit. Boy, this is a message I can get behind. With that out of the way, please have Ryan explain in excruciating detail why he hates the MCU movie franchise, because A, I'm genuinely curious, and B, it clearly pisses him off even thinking about it, so that should be some good fun.
Well, thanks for that message. I can't believe he paid us to say that. But yeah, support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Get into it a little. Hate is a little strong. I don't hate the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
There's definitely
I
movies
enjoy
in it
many
that
of the movies.
Yeah.
I like Thor Ragnarok a lot. However, I don't think that they're, like, great. And I think all the, like, team-up movies are pretty bad, like the Avengers ones. So the fact that it's, like, the biggest cultural thing in the world, and I know a lot of people are like, well, you don't have to watch it. Well, I kind of do have to watch them. I'm like, I want to be a writer. I work in entertainment. Like, it's important for me to see it. So I see it and I have opinions on it. And they, in general, are like, even the ones that are great don't really have very much to say. And the
to
way
me,
that
there's a broadness to a lot of the moments, and where I feel that there's a manipulation happening, and I kind of, for me, it makes me upset when, like, a clear manipulation of characters and shit like that works, where I'm like, oh, but you know what you're doing. Because it's not good storytelling in its own right. It's trading on what they know people already feel about these characters and these actors.
Yeah, you mean like when a big moment happens that wasn't like set up in the movie? It just is like, oh, I know that they're supposed to wear those sunglasses.
That kind of cheating.
So they got the sunglasses. Holy shit.
Wrong to me.
I don't like it.
And I'm like, be careful what we wish for. Go back 15 years. The idea that, like, the biggest shit in culture would be like Star Wars and fucking
oh my god, yeah. I mean,
comic books.
I think the thing that like annoys me about it the most, though, is like it's treated culturally like it's some kind of high art. You know, whereas, you know, I saw like the last Spider-Man movie, which contained moments in it that are as bad. They belong in the compilations along with like Troll 2. Like it's like garbage day kind of shit that's like so terrible and hilarious. And that then, like, you know, Martin Scorsese just offhandedly says, oh, I just don't really think they're art. And everyone bites his head off like, there are art, old man. And I don't like the idea that my whole generation holds that up as the best art we have, because it's not. I don't care what you think about them. That's just not true. Okay? And the thing that is like,
that
I'm
argument
also,
about them being like the modern myths. Like,
oh, it's
we get,
just
you
go
know.
jack off in a closet. Oh my god. I'm also watching them going like, am I the only one here who sees like Peter Parker in charge of military drones and it's good because he's a good guy? And that's so fucked up. And am I also the only one sitting here going like, so the bad guy in Black Panther is upset about imperialism and he's the bad guy? Like, the whole thing is fucking nationalist propaganda at the heart of it to begin. It's just like, whatever.
On a whole other level, I'm sitting
yeah.
there watching fucking WandaVision going, do you guys even watch TV? Do you hate television? You obviously don't understand it. You're moving forward through time and television and doing these half-assed parodies of these eras.
Anyway, I'm really excited for Doctor Strange and the next Thor movie.
I like that. Ant-Man and Wasp
and at
was
this
great.
point, the thing that's most annoying to me was we had a whole year with none of it, and it was, like, amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
And, God, I'm staring down the tunnel going, like, I am hoping the kaijus can save us, because I really need a much dumber, better, big franchise to be the big dumb thing in the world, because I'm so tired of this.
The Godzillas and the Kongs.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I think a big thing too that makes me so repulsed by it is like the culture around it. Like, I like me online so many times, if I'm just like, yeah, I just don't really like the Marvel movies. Like, this guy just paid to have me talk about why I don't like it, because people like can't fucking believe that someone wouldn't like it that much. It's like unbelievable to them.
Yeah. I'm less vocal about it, but I feel the exact same way. It's like, I don't really like these things. There's some of them that I like.
Some of them are awesome.
Yeah, like
you know?
Winter Soldier was great, you know.
Look, I'm glad that they're having...
Not the show, I
like,
meant the Captain of America 2. That was good.
I've said enough.
I'm lost.
Thanks.
But you know what's a franchise that you can't say anything bad about? Final Fantasy.
That's true. They just don't even care. Why would you? Why bother?
Thanks so much to Juicy Flamin' for that message. And let's get out of here. If you're interested in a message, they are just $25 each. Just email nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT. We do payments through PayPal, so just email me, and we'll make it happen.
And as always, a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters.
Yes, thank you so much for supporting us.
Always amazed at just like how much you support us, and we're trying to give back to you guys for doing that.
Look forward to the bonus content.
Yeah, that's what I was
good. There's
going to
be a lot of it.
There's still quite a bit of the season left, the season proper, but there's going to be like a whole other kind of little season proper after that for the Patreon
I think we can
supporters.
definitely say at this point, like, there is a mini season that is coming for Patreon only.
Yeah, the season
the
season will not end for Patreon supporters.
And
thank you so much. We know we haven't gotten you a ton of bonus content this season,
but it's going to be like this. It's going to be bigger than season 1.
There's going to be a ton at the end.
It's going to be a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, and you know, if you're not signed up for Patreon, consider joining us for just $1. You can tell them what they can get. Jeff, I forgot.
You can get the episodes on Monday instead of Thursday. You can get the video version, which is a big hit among people who like seeing what video games look like instead of only hearing them. You get a t-shirt or a mug.
I said for $1.
Oh, for $1?
Yeah.
Nothing. You don't get anything for $1.
You don't get anything?
No, we got rid of that
what
a long time ago.
What do you get for $5?
For $5, you get what I just said. We changed the tiers, don't you remember?
Yeah, I do now that you say it.
Nothing for $1 except our gratitude.
That's not worth much. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Or if there is another place out there where you can review podcasts, I don't even know if there is. You know, you could tweet about us, or you could write like a whole front page article for the Boston Globe or something.
Yeah, that would be amazing. If there could be a front page article on a newspaper as big as that's about
I don't think we want that kind of heat,
of
man.
show.
I don't know if we want that kind of heat.
I say bring it on. I've got my like Zelda fire suit ready, and I'll take the heat.
I could always use that as my excuse to like disappear and become a drifter that I've been wanting to do for so long.
It would be the perfect time to do it. Get in touch with us, I think, is where we're at.
Yeah.
On Twitter and Facebook.
Facebook.
Shit. We're at No Cat Podcast. We're on Twitch sometimes.
Send a letter to your congressman about us.
All right, let's have some dessert. You know what I realized? I was listening over some of the desserts we had before. I think you did candied butterflies twice. Or some form of, because like wasn't one of them including, I don't know, or maybe I'm just mixing it up with the...
Well, one of them there's the slugs, and the other
slugs.
one is the butterflies come out of the slugs.
Right, but then...
And then you candy the butterflies.
Right, but previous to that, there was like one dessert where we were...
And I just
remember
said
that?
candied butterflies.
Remember that episode where we were like starving at the end of it, and we're like, we got to get out of here. We have to eat.
And I just said candied
You were like,
butterflies.
candied butterflies. I was like, that sounds great. We went with it.
Oh man, we gotta get a list. This is hard to... But I said candied butterflies
I
twice.
swear to
like
God.
It's a thing that I can just go get.
You said, yeah.
Huh. I gotta candy a butterfly.
You gotta candy up a butterfly and eat it.
Most bugs seem gross, but I think I could eat butter. The wings seem tasty.
And if they're coated in whatever you put on like a caramel apple.
You wanna have a caramel apple for dessert?
Yeah, let's break
Those
our
are
teeth on that thing
fucking
right now.
good, man.
Yeah.
No, you like cut it, you know, and get one of the big soft ones that has like layers of fudge and nuts.
Not one of the like super hard ones.
Not one of the
that
hard
you,
ones.
Like,
it's
get-
like
yeah, yeah.
it's like
no, fresh
big,
and,
and you like gotta get a big knife and slice it into pieces.
That's what we're got right now. Enjoy.
We're now staring down the loaded shotgun barrel of Square Enix, and they just pumped it, and they're like, in this barrel is all of FF7, everything that's ever had the name on it, period, told in order, and in this barrel is a Battle Royale game. Anyway.